We started. We discovered some software that will record what we're doing, so we recorded it. And then we did what is now become known as the flipped classroom. And then we took it a step further, and that's what we really want to spend some time talking about today, which we're calling the flipped mastery model. And so we'll talk about that, which is really a step beyond what you might know as the flipped classroom. If you know what the flipped classroom is, we'll tell you what that is.
And one thing that we want you to be aware of is we're just going to tell you a story because this is just an ongoing story. We do not have it all figured out. We constantly learn every day what works and what doesn't work. And we just want to constantly improve as educators, and hopefully we can inspire everyone else to do that as well. So that's really our goal here. So we're going to tell you a story about how we kind of progressed through these three different stages to get where we are today, and then we'll talk a little bit about where we see this heading out in the future.
So when we first started, we essentially just did live recording. So we live in a small rural town. It's an hour to the nearest high school from our high school. And we had kids gone, fourth block schedule of every day because they're going to the baseball game or the track meet or the whatever. And kids were staying after, we'd have to tutor them after class all the time. And so frankly, it was a selfish decision. When we saw that we could record our lesson, all we had to do was push start, then we'd push stop, and we'd record it. And then if the kid missed class, we'd say, watch the video. That's what we did. That's how it started, but then things kind of changed after that.
Yeah.
How's that Boyle's law? Well, you see the gas inside, the pressure is the same. I'm breathing. The pressure is the same, but the external pressure at this high altitude is lower, and therefore the molecules, here I'll try and show.
Alright, so we're really close to almost all my ice is melted, so we got a little bit of an increase, and that's...
Yeah, because it's hard, the thermometer has a hard time measuring. So all the energy is being used to melt that ice, and it's
Right,
perfectly
and
on this level.
now all my ice is gone.
So we kind of bring our video camera wherever we go, and we shoot video of cool stuff. So
Try to bring the world to our kids a little bit. That's where the intervention has to take place. They don't need me physically present to present new content to them. They can get that elsewhere. What they need me physically present for is to help them process what they've learned or what they've been taught into some way to apply that, to help provide them context for what they've been taught.
So when they're stuck at home on an assignment, question 17, whatever, that's when they need our help. This was sort of that aha moment that we had at lunch one day. And we said, well, what they really need us there for is the help, not the content. And then we made a decision. And
so we just committed to pre-recording all of our lessons. So this would have been 2007 at this point. We said, all right, next year we are not going to live lecture at all. We're going to pre-record chemistry and AP chemistry. So I would record Unit 1 chemistry, you would record Unit 1 AP chemistry, then we'd trade. You do Unit 2 chemistry, I do Unit 2 AP chemistry. And then over the course of the year, we built up this big library.
so Aaron, when's the last time you lectured in front of your class?
4 years ago.
4 years ago.
Ish.
You can be up and running for $100.
Right.
This is not.
And there's free stuff out there too.
There's
if you
even
want to make
free
short
stuff. You could do this with all the stuff you've got.